Hi, welcome back to Read to Win. I'm Donnell Winya. I know that the sound on the other videos weren't that great. Your hand might be in front of the volume right now, kind of. So I will probably repeat things that weren't able to be heard in the last sessions at some point. So let's just quickly review alphabet strip for your kiddo. If you are not able to purchase one, you can make one by just simply writing the letters on a piece of paper and cutting them out. Similar with the letters. If you are unable right now to get to a store and get these 3D letters, you can just cut them out on a piece of paper and have individual letters. It's not ideal, but sometimes that's what we have to do. So when you start with your kiddo, touch and say each letter. Talk about how many letters there are in the alphabet. Have them dump out their 3D letters and place them underneath their alphabet strip while they are saying those letters. And then start talking about, we have two different kinds of letters in our alphabet, and they are vowels and consonants. And vowels are special because they make more than one sound. Have the kids repeat that with you. So then identify your vowels. The vowels are, and you can write them on a whiteboard, write them on a piece of paper, doesn't matter. The vowels are A, E, I, O, U. Let's sing our song. So we're kind of replaying what you would do at the beginning of a lesson. A, E, I, O, U, having your kid touch them on the alphabet strip. Those are the vowels, it's true. The A says ah, as in either alligator, you can do apple and ant. Then you go back. A, E, I, O, U, click your tongue. E says eh, as in elephant. I says I, as in itchy, itchy, itchy. O says ah, as in, get your octopus ready, octopus. And U says as in umbrella. You're putting your umbrella up. Okay? So now we want to kind of reinforce those vowels and those sounds. So I want to talk about 2 of the 5 components of language. Those are phonemic awareness and phonics. So people get those 2 mixed up, and they're not that hard to decipher between. Phonemic awareness has the word phone in it. So when you think of phone, you think of sound. So phonemic awareness activities all have to do with sound. There's no letters involved. So phonemic awareness activities you could do with your eyes closed. And we're going to do some of those today because they are very, very, very important for a kid to hear the sounds in words so that they can ultimately read and spell words. Phonics is adding those letters into those sounds. Okay, attaching a letter to a sound, which is an ironic thing because if you think about it, it's weird to attach a sound to a symbol. So when you look at a symbol, you have to associate a sound with it. And that's where our dyslexic kids have the problem, is that they have a really hard time attaching a sound to a symbol, which is kind of a strange thing because reading and writing is actually not natural to our brain. Communicating with spoken language is very natural to our brain. We have been communicating for 100,000 years, and I've been doing some reading lately. But reading and writing we have only been doing for the past 10 to 15,000 years. So when you think about attaching a symbol and a sound, when you think that we've only been doing this for 10 to 15,000 years, it's not a natural thing. It is harder to do, and it's harder to teach. Okay, so let's look at some phonemic awareness things today. You've just had your kiddo look at the alphabet and associate or recognize the vowels and the consonants. So now we might start talking about words and just doing some fun words, like words that have 3 sounds. And I like to have pictures of the thing that I'm talking about with dots next to it. Of course, all those are in my school building and I can't get to them right now. So I might make a few for next time we do a video just to show you as we're reviewing. but you can also do it without a picture. So you might say to your kiddo, let's make all the sounds in cat and have them say the word. So you say the word cat. They say cat. Let's tap out the sounds in cat. We're going to get that multisensory piece in, okay? That multisensory means we're using our hands, we're using our ears, we're using our mouth, we're using our eyes, we're using as many sensory pieces as we can to understand language and letters. So, cat, cat. Ready? Let's tap it out. Sometimes I have to say, watch me first. Cat, cat. Okay, I'm just tapping my legs at the bottom. And at the end, they say the whole word in tap. And kindergartners love this. And they'll pick it up pretty quickly. But sometimes it's hard for them to hear the sounds. Depends on if they're short sounds, like k, or if they're a longer sound, like that goes on and on and on. So you want to try to stick with more of the short sounds, but lead them into the longer sounds as well. So practice one, do one for them, practice one together, then have them do it. You can do the same word until they get it. Some kids might get it like that. Other kids are going to take a lot longer to get it. So let's try another one. Let's do 10, and it's got that sound in it, but it's at the end of the word, so it might not matter. So my word is 10. You say it. 10, the whole word. Let's tap it out. Ready? T, 10. Remember, we're using words right now that are using these vowel sounds. A says ah, E says eh. I'm going to do one with you that says I, one that says ah, and one that says So we're reinforcing these short vowel sounds right now. Okay? So let's tap out another one. Let's try tip. Have your kiddo say tip. Let's do it together, or if they can do it on their own, then they can do it on their own. T-ip, tip. Another one. Pot. Let's do pot. P-ot, pot. They'll start to get the idea, okay? Try to find a word for every vowel. So they're just tapping out and hearing those sounds with those short vowels in them. We're doing all short vowels, and short vowels should be short. They should be ah, I, not ah, if we can help it in the beginning, okay? So that's our first lesson and step for phonemic awareness. That's just being able to hear sounds. Notice we didn't attach any letters to those sounds. We were just doing the sounds in the word. If your kiddo does 3 sounds no problem, you can move up to 4 sounds. A word like stop or block. So then I would go b, o, ah, k, block. So I'm touching at my waist and then my knees for the last 2 sounds, okay? I wouldn't recommend going on to that until they have 3 sounds very firmly. And ironically, 2 sounds are sometimes harder than 3, especially if you start with a word that starts with a long vowel, like ice, or a lot of 2-sound words have those longer vowels in them. So ice would be ice, and kids have a hard time with that. So I would just do the 3 sounds for several days till they get really comfortable with it and really into it, and then we'll move on to something else, another phonemic awareness activity next time. Okay? Good luck.